Hey there, welcome back. We're sitting on part 5 here, and so far we've completed the build for the most part of this witch's hut in this dark and dreary swampy area. And before I publish it, before we finish up everything, we're just going to do a bunch of cleanup. Now, I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to go about doing this. But I am going to sort of attempt to make it so that these sides are a little bit more closed in, so it looks a little bit more like a completed picture. So I'm just going to get rid of some of these post effects so we can work, and then we'll get rid of this fog multiplier so we can actually see everything. And we will take a look at what is available as sort of a side dressing. The other thing I want to do is sort of make sure that this bottom, this hidden room down here is actually squared away, and so you can't quickly and easily see it. So let's look at some of the wall tiles and see what we got. We have something like, let's move this sun a little bit. So we have these ones, which are not bad. Kind of, they would look complete against something like that. I don't want to use one of these dungeon tiles. What else? Are these interior tavern tiles, which I think that's what they're from. They're from the tavern tile set. We have the wood ones, which honestly would be kind of cool, and not a terrible option here. Just tossing those in a little bit, and actually maybe one layer in more. That could look okay. And what else do we have? We have this sort of brick tile. We have a deserty orange tile. And then we have a bunch of other options here. I don't think that fits. More tavern tiles. More of this, I think this is the moon groth tile set, one from over there. Now, what I actually want it to look like is not inorganic, so I don't want it to be something that stands out as part of the set. I want it to be dressing on the side. So maybe what I'll do is, instead of having this sort of thing, what we can do, let's bring up these guys and let's go to, I just want to compare another stack of walls in this moon groth set versus this one here. Now I do like the top on here because it does look like it completely sets it apart. But my problem with it is that it's not contiguous. When you look at this wall here, so it's got this bottom brick layer, which is it doesn't really tie it well together. It doesn't look like a single piece that's sort of on the side of the board. So maybe let's try in the tavern set as these ones, which are not terrible, but they're not perfect either. Yeah, those ones aren't bad. I prefer those ones, but the problem again is they have this section, and if it's only a one tile wide, it's gonna look very repetitive. I want something to blend into the background realistically. Let's see. These dungeon ones are not terrible, but they're not gonna really show what we want. They're not really gonna blend in exactly the way we want it to. So, these ruined tiles are... These ones sort of... The nice thing about these ones is that they will blend. They will 100% blend well. And if I had a bunch of these, they do look like the edge of a board. What I could also potentially do is do a mix. So I could have maybe the top layer is these stones, the flagstone or the cobblestone or whatever you want to call these, the stone brickwork here, and then you get the actual cement brickwork as either the bottom part, or I could do wood in there as an option from the bottom, so it sort of sits on top of the wood or vice versa. This one's not bad. The castle wall. Is there a castle wall that doesn't have the bottom piece? No. Okay. If we go back to wall here. Yeah, it's not, there's nothing in here that is jumping out to me as being the perfect option. So, what I'm going to do instead of that is I think I'm just going to go with this. This wood option here. And because that seems to fit the motif the most with this specific one. And I'm not opposed to having different, having alternate motifs on, say different boards. Now, one thing that I'm definitely going to run into with these being underset is I'm going to run into issues where they're going to cause problems on some of these layers where they're going to stick out. I was just going to drop them down. Does that... Wow, I am very surprised that that doesn't have much fighting there between the two textures. So that's cool. You don't even see it. Okay, so yeah, in the previous episode I was talking about Z fighting, which is where the textures actually occupy the exact same physical point, and it doesn't, and the game engine can't figure out which side to display. And I thought for sure that would be the problem right there, because you'd think that these walls would actually occupy the same point in physical space, but I guess there must be some logic that they're using, or some method that they're making it so the Z fighting doesn't happen. Okay. I didn't mean to cut away there. And yeah. So I think what I should do is just sort of go like this, just for speed's sake. And then we'll just grab each one of these individuals and drop them down as needed. I think this one actually... Don't even need to be there. Yes, it does. Ever so slightly it needs to be there. Okay. And then what I was thinking, I thought we could potentially use these side bits as a denotation point for where the water should be held. And also, is that a cutaway issue? What's going on here? What happened to my board? Oh, it's there. Might have to do a reload there because I don't know what's going on. It looks like the tiles are there, but they're just not displaying. I think I've seen this previously. Let's bring that all the way down, then bring it back up. Okay, yeah. Looks like the cutaway was just not working right there. Sometimes it's buggy, I guess. Okay, so let's do the same thing over here. Over here is kind of nice because I don't have to worry about any sort of overlap. Okay, so looks like I messed up there, so we'll do it from this side instead. Okay. And I didn't get it lined up there perfectly. We're just going to change the angle of the sun here just so I can make sure I'm getting everything lined up. Okay. And we'll do one more layer of that. Drop it down. And there's going to be a few of these. Whoopsies. Oh, and again, I missed it. It is a little bit, again, this perspective thing gets me. Okay, and then drop it down. Stay to there. Okay, it didn't work. There we go. And then we'll drop that one down. That one down. This one down. Yeah, they must be using some sort of logic here because I know it was previously an issue and I've still seen it be an issue with some tiles, that Z fighting issue. So that's good. And now these guys at the end here, what I'll do is remove them. And let's rotate the sun a little bit. Grab this one. And can I put it somewhere where it makes sense? No. No is the answer. Okay. What I'll do is, actually it would be kind of cool anyways here to put a little pillar in there. It looks like I messed up over here anyway, so maybe what we'll do is we'll have the same sort of structure on this side. Yeah, that works. Okay, and then we'll use that as our baseline to drag this straight across. Hopefully I got this on the right spot. I did, excellent. Do the same thing for here. And then we'll do one more layer along the top here. And we'll just toss this one right here. And we can drop it down. Drop this one down. Drop these ones down. Actually, no, that one does need to be there. Okay, and then here as well, and just make sure they're not poking through the walls on this side. Looks good. All right. And then let's just do the back side here. And oh, I forgot, of course, this side here. So let's do that real quick as well. Make sure this is flipped around. Okay. And then, did that go the right side? It did not. Let's try that again. Think didn't go again? Okay, come on. You can do it. There we go. And that didn't work. I think I must be doing something wrong. Well, I'll get there eventually, I'm sure. There we go. Okay. Nope. Fit. Again, it does not want to go. Okay, we're just going to place these manually then, I guess. I'm done with battling against this system. Alright, and then toss that one there. And quickly drop. 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 Okay. And then this final side. Let's see how this lines up. I think I'm going to inset it just sort of like I did the other side. Like that. Yep. Okay. Drop these guys down individually. Is that gonna poke through? Is it poking through right now? Yes, it is. That's okay. Seems to be okay if I get it at the correct angle. One more. And right there. No, I think this one actually needed. Yes, it does. Okay. Come on, there we go. And one more for you. Excellent. All right. So now we have our cleaned build. Cleaned. There wasn't really that much cleaning that I needed to do, but cleaned up. And I think what I might do, it would be nice to have like a little tiny border here at the bottom. I could potentially do that. I don't know if it's a waste. Sort of, where was that? The castle ruins. So if we grab maybe those stairs. Nope, that looks terrible. Let's try this one by one here. Okay, you know what? That actually looks okay. And I don't think I want to put it on this side. Or do I? Let's just try it out, see how it looks. I don't mind it. Like, I don't hate it. You won't really see it once you have the water up to where it's supposed to go, which is where the lily pads are sitting. You won't really see it at all, which is kind of the point anyways. Yeah, you know what? We'll throw that in there. And honestly, if you don't like it, feel free to take it out. I would not be opposed at all. If you felt that way. Actually, what I realized is this is one too high. Okay. Come on, click it. There we go. Okay, let's rotate that around. Looks good. It is a little repetitive, but honestly, it's not the end of the world. If I wanted to be perfect, I would probably make everything angled sort of the way this side is, where it kind of looks like all uniform instead of doing it this way. But honestly, it's not the end of the world, and you're never going to see it, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Okay. So before I sort of sign off here, and this final episode's going to be a little bit shorter, actually quite a bit shorter, what I'd like to do is sort of go through the cutaway process and make sure that there's nothing that really is here that shouldn't be, or that's adding no additional benefit visually. And make sure the cutaway sort of works well. Not that, honestly, I don't know what I would do if it didn't work well, but is a thing. Now, what would be kind of cool? What kind of a waste? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add it. Just going to grab these guys here. And just place them down all the way, because really on a real deck they would actually, or a real porch, they would actually go all the way down. Actually, that one has a baseline, so that one's not a big deal. And then one last one. As you're cutting it away, still sort of see them kicking out. And honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, they could even be lowered. And now I'm getting real OCD about this. But it does add a little bit extra polish. If I can ever get this one to stay down there. Okay. And if we remove the cutaway. Yeah. So we got our witch's hut now. Sorry, our basement for our witch's hut. I'm gonna quickly add a little character down here, like a monstrous thing, or maybe A murloc, or what is this thing? Let's get out of build mode. Something that the witch may have found out in the wild, and would have caged up for to run experiments on, or to extract materials from. Ooh, I like that scarecrow a lot. He's cool. He's very cool. Kobolds. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with this guy because he's weird. And he might be in there. Actually, maybe the beast is what I want to stick with. Is there anything in here that's jumping out to me? No, but I am going to put a cat on the next layer. And now, of course, really, when you download the slab, we won't have any of this, the characters in here, but that is fine. Let's delete this character, and we'll cut back, and I'm just gonna throw in a human, and let's see if there's a witch character in here. Great exposure so we can see a little bit more. And actually, what am I doing? Let's just search for witch, and we don't need to do wild. So I don't think, yeah, it's auto-completing to wild, which is not what I want. So we'll have to make do with what we have available. So spellcaster, we have a female spellcaster. Human, nope, not really. Let's try looking for a spellcaster. What do we got? We got, I think that's a tiefling or a demon. And then dragon, warlock, and halfling. Oh. Yeah, she doesn't look like an hag at all. Okay, rad. And then let's close that door. And yeah, I think maybe I would actually prefer like a regular human, or a more humanish witch instead of an actual hag. But that's okay. Doesn't look like there's a lot of female spellcaster options. We have like a wizard, but no sort of witch or warlock. But that's okay. And then I think overall that's pretty good. I'm just going to check the one final place, which you may have missed if you've been jumping ahead in this series. What is hidden underneath the river? So before I do that, I'm just going to add... I want to add just a little bit of the root system here. Just to sort of expand it out and make it look like it's all coming in. And there's a good chance no one will ever see this part, other than you fine folks. But we're going to leave it there, and then maybe some rubble against this back wall if it fits. No, I don't like it. Okay, I think that's it. I was gonna add a little bit more, but honestly, that's good. I do like that the cutaway, when you sort of cut away things, you see the outer layer of all this. I think it adds a little bit more. And of course, what did I do? Okay, I didn't accidentally break anything. And now, what I'll do is probably take some pictures, save this slab out, and I'll post a link to it. I'll put it on probably Tales Tavern. And I'll put the link into the description of all these videos in this video series. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you all next time. I'm looking forward to what I can do next in the future. I think there's a lot of possibility here, and I'm very excited. Until next time.